as a young child, I always knew from my home and from the chapel that I went to that God was a part of life, was the creator and a part of life. And throughout my life, until I was 70, I've gone to a church. Now I'm part of a group called Holy Fools, and I think the definition of Holy Fools is one who subverts authority in order to prove a spiritual truth. So I no longer believe the way that I used to believe. I have new lens, which is inclusive. People say, "Oh, are you a universalist?" And I'm not saying that all roads lead to Jesus, but I do believe that Jesus will walk any road to meet you where you are. When we left Lakes Christian Centre, we continued to meet, and people joined us, and it just evolved. We're questioning and growing, but it's not one person giving the answers. What do you think? It's not. There's not a top down at all. It's just group fellowship.
We don't have to always think the same. We might think along the same lines, but everything's okay and accepted and safe to air your views.
And I think that's how it was always intended, is that we live in this community where love is the bottom line, and acceptance and non-judgmentalism, and I think it's quite rare in this world because everything gets very polarized. So whether it's politics or religion or whatever, economics, culturally, people are either in that corner or in this corner. Whereas in fellowship, we actually have lots of different viewpoints, a lot of different political persuasions, lots of different economic foundations and backgrounds, lots of different cultural backgrounds, but somehow it's love that can hold that together. With life and how things happen, I think we were designed for community, and through personal experience where I have a disabled son and I'm a single mum, and the fellowship and the support and the love and the encouragement from it's like anything, like a close group of friends, has been incredible, and I think as human beings we need that. I love, there's a little saying that we've kind of said over the years, that we are found in the web of our relationships, and I think the friends that I have and have grown with over the years, and the trials of life that you've been through together, kind of nets you together, and it's very special. It's a very safe environment that I could call on them at any time, and I don't know what I'd do without my little fellowship group, and our heart is that there should be more community. I think in society in general, that's what's broken down, is community.
I think we're all quite different, really, and that's what I love about the Holy Fools, is that you can be different. And when I first joined them, it was obvious that I was very different in my understanding, but it was completely acceptable, and I could ask questions, or I could say what my views were without any judgment whatsoever. And that's, to me, what makes a Holy Fool, is non-judgment and complete love and acceptance.
I'm quite content with what we study, how we grapple with the scriptures, and we're free to express any point of view almost without question. That point of view is discussed, grappled with, and sometimes people agree, sometimes not. But it's just a wonderful experience. People working with people who are so able to look at the whole picture of where we are with our beliefs. and it is quite different to a conventional church. Well, it isn't a church.
Having grown up in a very sort of strict church, evangelical church, very similar to Linda, we weren't really encouraged to question the scriptures too much. They were set in stone and we lived by them, and really you weren't encouraged to say, but. So for me the journey has been quite important to be able to do that and say, I've always had a bit of a problem with that. What do we think it actually means?
If they say God is evil, then it's not the real God. We all have our different walks in life, and I came from a violent background. Violent childhood, going up, and then of course entering in violence in the military as well. So I had a mindset of that, and it was everything that I had to do everything myself to achieve things in life. And of course you get this term, are you a Christian? Yes, I'm a Christian. And a friend who was a Christian at the time says, no, you're not. I was quite insulted by it. I said, well, I believe in right, I believe in wrong, I believe in justice, I believe in hell, I believe in God will condemn those that deserve it. Very awful mindset, I know, but so she said, well, okay then, start coming to church and start listening. So yes, I went to church, and something began, a walk began. There was people who were way ahead of me on their walk, but they were leaving like signposts behind to say, they'll listen to you and they'll smile and they'll say, well, he's on his walk. It will be revealed to him as he goes along. And in them years that I've travelled, I've believed I was totally in the wrong mindset. I was seeing a God that was schizophrenic. He loved me one day, but boy, if I did something wrong the next day, I've had it. You know, and where I stand now, and reading scriptures and understanding true Jesus is love. And if you're made of pure love, then where else can there be any other darkness? There's not.